Hello and welcome back to my Doctor Who review series thing. It is Boxing Day. The Christmas special I watched last night. It was on at 5:15 or something like that. I watched it quite late because I had family round and Christmas has been really hectic, so I haven't had the time to record until now. So yeah, that's why it hasn't been uploaded on Christmas Day. So yeah, Doctor Who, the Christmas special this year, the Snowmen. I enjoyed it, surprisingly. It's starring Matt Smith, Jenna Louise Coleman, and a lot of other actors that I do not know the name of. I'd just like to start out with the good points, we might as well. Good points. Nice snowy setting. I like the snowy setting. Yes, I wrote them down on a piece of paper because I do that. I write notes because I'm boring. The lighting's very terrible in here. There we go. I love the snowy setting. I think it's a well done thing for a Christmas special because, well, it's Christmas and everyone likes a snowy setting because England isn't currently snowy and we want it to snow on Christmas, and, well, watching something where it does brings our hopes up, I suppose. I like the talking evil snowmen thing. The talking snow is pretty epic, and for the fact that it's voiced by Ian McKellen, just saying, that's pretty good. I mean, who better to voice snowmen than Ian McKellen? And then we get on to the title sequence, which is epic. I love the whole remix. It sounds a bit like Trial of the Time Lords theme mixed in with the new theme, which is pretty good. It also the title sequence itself seems to be a homage, as it were, to all of the other title sequences that have ever been made for Doctor Who, in a kind of way. And honestly, I used to hate the music for Matt Smith's series of Doctor Who. I didn't really think it was a very good music, but this mix of it is actually really, really good. And I like what they did with the title sequence at the beginning of Series 7, how they changed the colour. But I'm liking this even more than that. I like the detective idea. The whole how the Silurian and her female companion are basically what Arthur Conan Doyle has based Sherlock Holmes on. I thought that was a interesting thing. Although everyone knows my feelings on the new series Silurians, that is actually a bad point on here because I hate the new series Silurians, so I will constantly bring it up. But I did enjoy that factor. I thought that was a good factor. I think the villain's cool. Not the actual snow itself. The guy, I don't know his name, for I can't remember. But I like that guy. I think he's a really cool villain and he looks the part, if you know what I mean. Whereas some villainous characters don't really look the part, but they act it well. But I think in this case, he looks the part and he acts it well. I love Strax, the Sontaran. I think he's a brilliant character, and I'm liking the fact that he's a good Sontaran, really. I think it's quite interesting. I love all his witty comments that he does, like all the humour that he says, like, should I bring the grenades this time, and things like that. I thought throughout that entire episode it was light-hearted and good. But it also had the scare factor and the drama and sci-fi mix, and it did it very well, unlike previous things that I will not mention because it's not a review of them. The Snowmen are really good, scary-looking villains. I mean, they barely do anything in the episode, but they're just really well done. I mean, if I saw like 6 snowmen going like that, or with their scary mouths just looking at me, I'd be scared shitless. I like the ice sculpture woman. I think it was quite an interesting thing to have a creepy ice sculpture woman enter into the Doctor Who thing, just walking around chasing everyone. Didn't really see what she could do other than grab people with her icy cold arms and things. But other than that, I think the new TARDIS is growing on me. I didn't like it that much, nor do I really like the Doctor's new costume, but I think they're growing on me, which is worrying. But it's a good point, so say what you will. And at the end, there's a clever twist that Oswin, or Clara, whatever her name is, dies. But there's a twist because she died previously, and the Doctor is now going to seek her out again, meaning that she hasn't actually died, that she's dying in different points of the universe. So I think she has a major influence into what the next part of the series is going to be about. I'd also like to add an extra little point. I think that the Silurian detective woman and her companion and Strax could actually make a good spin-off series. It would be odd, surreal, and pretty weird as a series, but I think they should at least pilot it and see how it goes. I mean, it could be god-awful and they'll never pick it up again, but I'd say at least give it a go, because the Sontaran humour is just amazing, and I think the detective Silurian character is actually really good, even though I hate the new Silurians. So yeah, that's all the good points. I think it's got quite a few good points. On to the bad points. Now, I think most of the bad points aren't actually that big. They're just me whining on because I do like perfection in my Doctor Who when I watch Doctor Who, but obviously you can't have it all the time. So yeah, this is basically what didn't make it a 10, I suppose. Bad points. I hate the new Silurian. The Silurians, I hate them. I write it down every time I see the new Silurians. I hate the design. I prefer the classic series. What are you going to do about it? I also don't know how the Sontaran and the Silurian get around unnoticed. I know in Victorian London, I know they can kind of explain that very easily, but considering the Sontaran isn't hiding himself in any way, shape or form, that's a bit of a weird thing. I mean, fair enough, the Silurian wears that mask that veil when she goes out, and she tends to hide herself quite well, whereas the Sontaran, Strax, didn't really. I just thought that would, like, why does he walk around? I know Victorian London's probably a weird place, but if it is in London, it might be anywhere in Victorian era, but in England. I don't like the random staircase to the TARDIS. I think that was thrown in for a Christmassy feel. I didn't really like the idea of it. I thought it was a bit stupid, really. They should have just put the TARDIS somewhere, like behind an alleyway, somewhere where they could hide it. But then Oswin wouldn't have fell off the thing to die. But still, I think that was just a stupid thing to add in, really. Kid actors. I've said this every Christmas special the kid actors in. They're annoying. I mean, fair enough, they're only children, so they haven't been taught to act like, say, an adult would. But they're annoying. Just saying. I'm sorry. I think the major bad point, this is the only main one, really, is the fact that they have to mention the loss of the ponds, like, seriously, the entire episode, they mention the loss of the ponds far too much. I mean, it's like, get over it. You've got over many companions before, and I never really liked how they added in that over-attachment thing. So just get over it. I mean, stop mentioning the ponds. They don't need to be mentioned over and over again. You're getting a new companion. Fair enough, that companion's just died, so mention her constantly, which you probably are. Sorry, I'm ill. I think Carla in this episode, or Oswin, or whatever her name is very Mary Poppins-ish. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've put it as a bad point, so I must assume that when I watched it, it was too Mary Poppins-y. It was like almost as if she was Mary Poppins, which was a bit annoying, but I mean, she's dead. That character and persona of her is dead, so I'll get over it. And I think that the scene where she does fall out of the cloud and die is pointless. I think it's not needed. If she was killed by some other matter, a form, then it would have made the episode a bit better. But the fact that she fell, that they just threw in that she pointlessly fell out of the clouds, it's just pointless, I think. But I think that's just my feel on the matter. So overall, I've gave this Doctor Who story a rating of 7 out of 10, which is better than quite a lot of Doctor Who stories I review in the new series, because I'm picky. But yeah, 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed this Christmas special compared to the past 2 Matt Smith Christmas specials. I think this was a better turn than them 2. I really liked the idea of evil snow, really. I think it was very interesting. I'm sorry I could have went into much more detail, but it was Christmas Day and I was tired by that point when I watched it, and yeah, so they are my weird excuses. Thank you for watching this video. You can rate, comment and subscribe like on my video and on my channel. I will actually be continuing my reviews of the top 10 worst and best Doctor Who stories. I'm going to probably, because my next review is the Rebel Flesh and the Almost People. I didn't get it for Christmas, but I have Christmas money, so yes, just talking about my personal life on my review. So yeah, I'll probably acquire the 6th series on DVD, and then, unfortunately, even though I don't like it, and then review it after that. So that's probably when I will next review it, when I actually acquire that on DVD. So yeah, until next time, goodbye.